Here I am today with my teammate, number 50, Cole Anthony. Cole, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come and chat with me today.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you having me up here, man. You know, it's an honor. When I heard RJ Hampton had a podcast, I was like, gotta get up on here. You feel me? So
You gotta do what?
I gotta get up on the podcast.
Right. Okay. We're just gonna jump right into it. One of the questions I want to know: what was your first impression when you met me?
Oh man, I remember telling my cousin and everybody around, I'm like, yo, I hate this kid, man. I don't want him on this team. Nah. When I saw you like in person,
Yeah, or I'll say not even first impression, maybe like when I walked in.
When I first saw RJ walking, I was like, yo, this team just got a whole lot more wild. For y'all who don't know, RJ is a certified freak. So, to get him on our team, I was like, this team about to get a whole lot more freaky.
What do you mean by that?
Like, you're nasty.
I'm a great person.
You are a great person.
I'm a great person.
I think he is a great person too, but that don't mean you can't be nasty.
I feel you, Cole. I feel you.
You feel me?
It's about to be a wild episode. All right. Now, going off of the freak subject, you 5-star in high school, one of the best players in your class. What made you choose to go to UNC?
Man, for me, just for my college decision, I mean, I kind of didn't think I was going to be there too long. So For me, it was all about just, going to a situation where they embraced me and some that like, when I was done attending school, even it'd still be like a family thing. And so just Carolina, it's a big family. Like you see players go back there all the time, whether they're just hanging out, hooping. And so for me, that was kind of like a no brainer. And me and my family, we all came to the consensus that UNC was probably the school for me. Right,
yeah, and talking about family, talking about, the brotherhood, obviously Duke has the brotherhood. You didn't beat Duke while you were at Carolina. Does that still piss you off?
Let me just go back and say the brotherhood's fake. But
okay. Okay. Brotherhood's fake.
Nah, it's not. Well, scratch all that. But ask the question again.
Nah, you didn't beat Duke.
Yeah,
while you were at,
we didn't. No.
Does that still piss you off, or like you don't really care?
I mean, I like to live vicariously through my group of UNC people who are there now, and this year we beat them 2 times in a row. For Coach K's last home game at Duke, and then also Coach K's final game coaching at Duke. So we handled that, and I felt like I was a part of that. I felt like I was on the court. I was kind of like Caleb and RJ, Love and RJ.
You were living. You're saying you were living through them.
Yeah, so I kind of felt like I was Caleb and RJ Davis at the same time.
Okay, nah, and they were hooping. I actually did not think that UNC would get as far as they did.
Yeah, no, I mean
you didn't either.
No, I 100% did. I had full confidence in my people.
You're lying.
Not lying.
You're lying.
Not lying.
I remember being with you before the tournament started, and you didn't have confidence in them like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. He over here making up lies.
Okay, I don't think that was lies, but okay. Anyways, so after college, declared for the draft. You were there 6-7 months. How was draft night? Did you like draft night? Because I think a lot of people have different speculations on how they, like their draft night.
I mean, I ain't never gonna forget it. I mean, obviously it was unforgettable. It was a little different than the other drafts
because we were virtual.
Yeah, but for me, it was the same end result, and that's I ended up in a position where I'm happy at, and I have no complaints. I didn't know when I was gonna get drafted, but I got drafted. That's all that matters.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's how I felt too. It wasn't what I pictured my draft being all growing up, but it turned out great. All right, and speaking of the draft, we got the number 1 pick. Orlando Magic have the number 1 pick. What are your thoughts on that? Who do you think we're going to pick? What do you think our team needs? Kind of go from there.
I'm extremely excited for us to have gotten that number 1 pick. I think the city's happy about it. I know the organization's happy about it. I know we're happy about it.
Facts.
Whoever we get, I think they're going to be an awesome addition to the team. I don't know who it's going to be, but whoever it is, we're going to welcome you with open arms, man.
Right. Yeah. Being in the league, we're going into our 3rd year.
Oof.
That sounds crazy.
Crazy.
Sounds crazy.
Crazy.
What is the biggest takeaway you've learned in the league, whether that be on the court or off the court, in your first 2 years in the league?
I'd say, man, trying to play an 82 game season is tough, and I haven't.
People think it is easy.
Look, I still haven't gotten to an 82 game season yet. I mean, obviously, our first season was 72. I think I played 46. In our this past season, we got back to the 82, and I played, I believe, 65.
Right.
So, a goal for me is to get to that 82 game mark, because that's an ultimate testament of how you're taking care of yourself. you're always prepared to play, and just that's what I want to do. And so that's something I'm gonna try to do this upcoming season. But it's not easy, man, because look, I mean, you can speak for it too. 82 is a lot of games.
82 games, a lot of games, and travel and practices and waking up early. Like it's a lot. My hat's off to people. I don't think Mikal Bridges has missed a game in his career.
I don't think he's missed a game since college.
Before college. Like I think he's literally played every single game.
So we're gonna have to get his playing, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, whatever Mikal Bridges is doing, I think we need to get that. So
Franz almost at 82.
Franz, what did he end up with? I think
he's 79 or 80.
Yeah, no, that's crazy to think about too.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But going off of, you wanting to, build and get that 82 game season this year, what is one thing with your game wise you think you want to improve, or something that you think that you're close to getting where you want to be in that aspect?
For me, I think I'm pretty good with the ball. I think I want to become a lot better as playing off the ball. I think it makes you more valuable when you can handle and play without the ball. I mean, that's when there's only. I mean, you talk about dudes like Steph Curry, who I think is the best at with and without the ball, probably the best off-ball player in the league. Yeah, but at the same time, being just as elite with the ball. So that's when you get to a level of just excellency, and that's something I aspire to get to one day.
Right. Yeah. Now I feel like the same way for me. I think mine is like I love being off the ball and now trying to master and try to get better at being on the ball. So no, I definitely think that's good. But I would say now we got a lot of time in the off season, a lot of time to work, a lot of time to do a bunch of other things that we do. What is a day in the life for Cole Anthony in the off season? Like, what do you do from day to day?
Oh man, it's a regular day. Let's see. Get up, let's say while we're here in Orlando, get up probably like around 8. Have a nice little light breakfast, probably like a green smoothie, protein. Maybe like some toast and some bacon.
I can't do the green smoothies.
I have to. I just started doing them. They're not that bad, honestly.
You just gotta chug them.
What do you mean by that?
You just gotta chug them. Anyways, keep going.
Do that. I might go it depends on the day, but sometimes I'll go work out then, like around 8:45 to 9. Workout then, and then we head into the facility, the Magic, give me a nice little lift in, and then get on the court again. And then after that, go, it's probably around 2, 3 at that point.
Right.
Go eat again, rest a little bit.
I'm hungry right now. I don't think about it.
Just had a good meal. But rest up a little bit, and then either probably get some more recovery in, or, maybe another light kind of conditioning lift in, something like that. And then that's about the day right there. Go eat again after that. But, days have been pretty fun, a lot of work just because, got to take advantage of the time.
Yeah, now I'm going to go totally off topic. I've always wanted to know what is your obsession or your love for Pokemon? I know you have your Pokemon tattoo, all that kind of stuff.
More coming soon.
How did that start? That was really a question. I just wanted to know.
For me personally, I've always been a fan of Pokemon. I just remember from a young age, I just used to love to play the games, and even now to this day, I still play the games. I remember there was a game that came out. I think it was around November. This past season, I was just playing that game all the time.
Did you play Pokemon Go growing up?
I played a little bit. Never really got into it too heavy.
I never played it, but I just knew everybody was addicted to it.
I'm more of the real Pokemon. I consider
that was kind of the fake Pokemon.
It's a real Pokemon game. I consider it like a side game. So I'm more of a main game type of guy. And so I've always loved it. I got a little brother who loves it too. Me and him will play together sometimes. But yeah, man, it's a great series. It might be the best series of all time.
You think you play more with your cards, or do you play more? Do you have trading cards?
I have a few cards. I don't.
You more on a console or
Yeah, definitely I got
Switch?
My DS, Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Whatever it is, man. I'm playing.
No, I feel you.
I collect a few Pokemon cards here and there though too.
I've had a couple mini Pokemon cards, and I tried to act like I was into it.
Yeah, you was a shelter kid. It's okay.
I was what?
You were a shelter kid. You didn't really have the opportunity to get into that.
No, I was just more of not Pokemon. I didn't watch Pokemon growing up.
You was a Yu-Gi-Oh guy?
I know what that is, but I wasn't that. No, this is with the little ball things.
That's Bakugan.
That's what I was. I was Bakugan. Yeah.
What about Beyblades?
Okay, now you're getting too deep.
Yeah, you was a Sherm kid. It's okay.
Okay. Anyways, back to the basketball side of things. Your dad, Greg Anthony, played 11 seasons in the NBA.
You did your research? I see.
Got to do my research on my interview. The GOAT. What advice did he give you growing up to maybe want you to get to the place he was at, and then what advice has he given you now that you're in the league?
Well, the advice he's always given me was kind of advice to, not get to where he's at, is to be better than him. That's what he's always told me. He has like, his regret is like, kind of just wanting to make it to the NBA, not wanting to, be
great.
Yeah, be great. And so that's something that I've always wanted to do. Like I never aspired just to make it to the NBA. It's always been to get there, okay, and then do more, looking at it like a stepping stone.
Right.
So for me, I'd probably say one thing he always told me was, obviously everyone's gonna tell you to work hard, love the game, all that, but it's like I'd say the one thing he told me that's always stuck with me has been to just enjoy the moment. Like enjoy, like whatever level you're at, whatever you're doing, whenever you're hooping, wherever you're hooping, just to enjoy that time there and not let that moment pass you. Because you're always looking towards the future. Moments like that is gonna pass you up and
slip away.
Exactly, and then you're not at that point. You're not giving your all to what's in that exact moment right there.
Right. No, I think that's the biggest thing. Is just always staying in the moment. Always, being true to yourself. Like you don't want to look too far ahead, and you don't ever want to dwell on the past. So no, that's great advice. But
let me interrupt you real quick, RJ.
Okay,
what's up with your tattoos? You seem to have this horror film obsession. What's all that about? Where'd that come from?
I think growing up, I've just always liked horror film. My mom, she was a big like horror film fan, like when all her life, and she says like when she was pregnant with me, she would read like horror books. And I don't know, like I just always, just from a young kid, I just liked scary movie films. And no, that's something I have. So I have a lot of tattoos on my leg just to represent the movies that I like.
If you had to pick one, what was your favorite?
Favorite tattoo or favorite horror movie?
Favorite horror movie.
Silence of the Lambs. I don't even think I would count that as a horror movie. It's like thriller suspense, but some people might consider.
I might got a few movies to put you on to too.
Really? I
love horror movies too.
You do? I never knew that. You being from New York, we have 2 New York dudes on this team, and every day we come in the locker room, the practice facility, weight room. Everyone wants to hear New York drill music. New York drill music. How is it being from New York? Like, what kind of chip do you hold on your shoulder from being New York? Like, just explain growing up in New York and how much you love New York.
Oh man, I'm always gonna have a lot of love for New York. I don't know if I go live back there right now. I kind of like Orlando, so I'm content here.
Right.
But just growing up there, man, it was dope. It's not like a lot of cities. When they say it's a city that never sleeps, it never sleeps. There's always something going on, no matter what time of the day, time of night it is. And I think for me, just like growing up and playing basketball there, it really like just kind of helped shape my game. Help boost my confidence because everyone there is confident. Everyone there believes in themselves. Everyone kind of has a chip in their shoulder. And so you got to do something to separate yourself. And so I kind of felt that I had to figure something else. For me, that was just, trying to just dedicate my time and all my time and love into the gym and back into the game. But playing there was fun, man. It's a lot of dudes that can hoop that a lot of people don't know about.
Right, yeah.
And I think that's true for a lot of places. But, it's just, they say New York is the mecca of basketball. They're not lying.
They are lying. But
it's definitely not Texas.
It definitely is Texas.
It's not. I'll tell you what, it's not. It may be Texas. It's not Little Elm, Texas. I'll tell you.
Don't worry. Little Elm got the GOAT. The GOAT came from Little Elm, so that really don't matter.
LeBron?
RJ Hampton. So going into like with the New York kind of subject, are you an undercover Knicks fan? Like, is it rough when like you see them not doing so well?
Not really.
You never were an undercover Knicks fan?
I mean, like I was a Knicks fan up until I was probably about 7, 8 years old.
I
went to a game and
you've had some of your best games in New York. That game we played, the first game in New York,
it was pretty solid.
It was fire. Now you made like the first 10 shots you took.
It was a good game.
And then your mom and your sister and your brother were all courtside.
They were.
That was a fire game.
It was cool, man. I mean, just back to what I was saying about New York. Like, I think I was 7 or 8. They lost. I went to a game and they lost to the Pistons by 35, and I was like, yeah, that's it for me and the Knicks.
The Pistons.
I was a ruthless, bro. I mean, I'm a ruthless kid, man. That was crazy.
You're a ruthless kid.
Ruthless kid, man. I was, but yeah, that was really when I stopped being a Knicks fan. And I think after that, I think it was like OKC, Big KD, Russ, James Harden. I used
to
have this OKC jacket I used to walk around with. I used to wear it for like years.
Nah, there's no way.
I promise. I'll find a photo, but I literally had an OKC like it wasn't like I might have been like a warm-up jacket. I used to wear it all the time. To school, not at school, in the house.
Oh, that's dumb funny.
Nah, yeah, that was dead my jacket.
Nah. Did your dad ever bring NBA players around the house? Or like bring them over? Like what was your interaction with league players?
I didn't have too many, if I'm being honest. Like, it just kind of like I come to the studio with him sometimes, and there'd be times like.
Was your dad playing still when you were like born or no?
He retired when I was 1, before my little sister was born. He was only 2 years younger.
Right.
So I wasn't really around when he was playing. That would have been cool. But he was kind of at that point. He was transitioning into like commentating.
Commentating.
And so I remember there were a few times I was around like Charles Barkley, Shaq.
those guys.
I used to be in the studio with him sometimes, but that was all when I was super young, so I don't really have too many memories.
Nah, I feel that. And then like obviously Charles Barkley, Shaq, those guys are Hall of Famers who like people grown up and watch. Who was somebody in the league when you got here like was one of your favorite players and you got to play against them?
Shoot, it took me. It wasn't until my second year, but I got to play LeBron this year, and
right,
he's awesome. I remember that game. You remember that game awesome. in LA?
Yeah,
he took off. He took over.
Yeah, you had to bring that up.
He punched both our shots. It wasn't just one of us.
Yeah, he blocked me and you. Nah, yeah, he did take over. He had probably the first 12
points. Because we was up 5 going into halftime, and then he came in and I think he had like 15 points straight. Straight. And then at that point, we'd go down 20, and we're like, yeah,
it
wasn't coming back.
It was pretty much over from then.
Yeah, his takeover badge activated.
But Braun was the player too. I played him in my first year.
You did?
In Denver. Damn. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget. We played in Denver. It was a TV game, and like I got in maybe like the beginning of the second quarter, and like the first play, Nikola throws me the ball. Braun's closing out, and I just remember catching the ball, and I'm like, "Yo, LeBron is closing out."
You froze up.
All the homies back home watching this game, like they about to see, and I just took a pull up. I mean, I took a 3.
Did you airball it?
Nah, I ain't. Come on now.
I don't know, bro.
When do you see me airball?
We didn't both airball this year. I had a few airballs.
Actually, I didn't airball this year. I hit the side of the backboard.
I don't think that's better.
I'm not saying it's not better at all.
You've already done that twice.
I did do it twice. I didn't want to forget the second time, though. I did it twice. In the same corner, too.
Dang, you lucky, man. I remember we played him twice last year, and then in LA, he wasn't playing, and when we played them again, I didn't play, and he didn't play when we played them in LA. Right. You were here for that, and then.
Oh, yeah. That's when I first got traded.
Yeah. And then the game at home, he didn't play what I was playing.
Who do you think the biggest trash talker either you've went up against in college or the NBA or somebody you just kind of heard of?
Joe Ingles.
He's underrated trash talker.
He always saying something.
He's always saying something, but like most of the time people like wouldn't put him in that conversation though. People always say Pat Bev. Joe Ingles is somebody that really does that.
I think it's Joe Ingles. I like Joe Ingles too because I don't think people take Pat Bev too seriously. I mean, obviously, I don't know how seriously they take Joe Ingles when he's saying all that stuff either. But I'm a fan of his, and I done seen him. Yeah, I remember. I know you. No one ever forgets that the series where they beat OKC, and he was against Paul George.
Against Paul George.
Man,
what? Paul George have it.
Yo, and he was talking the whole time too.
He was going crazy. I like Joe Ingles. He's from Australia, so I've connected with him. But he's actually a cool dude though, and he got game.
I believe it. He can dead hoop too. What's it called? I don't really think too many people in the league like really talk trash like. Just from my experience.
I feel what you're saying. It depends. Like, ain't nobody just gonna come out the gate talking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot different. Like what people see in the media and like what people see like on the court. Like with us, I don't feel like it's too much really trash talk. Because I mean, you gotta think about it. Most dudes in the league nowadays, buddy. So they're not.
Yeah, most of these guys, all of us are really friends, which
to a certain degree.
To a certain degree, nah, for sure. I think that New York and Atlanta series, not this past year, but the past year that. Was it the Eastern Conference Final? No, it was the second round semis. No, that was a lot of trash talk. I like that one.
It might have been, but then once again, that's one of those. You've seen it on TV. We don't know what's really happening on the court.
Yeah,
like, we saw it was a few instances where like they kind of like I think it was was it Nerlens Noel who like bumped Trae Young or something?
Yeah, something like. And then Solomon Hill came and had his back right after that. No, that was cool. What's your least favorite city to play in or travel to in the league, and then your favorite one?
I feel like I've had a lot of success in Minnesota. Like
you said, what?
I feel like I've had a lot of success in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And so definitely have been hooped in Minnesota. I enjoy hooping there. I don't know about traveling there, but I've enjoyed hooping there.
Right.
And then least favorite.
Least favorite city to travel to in the league.
I'm not gonna say Detroit because I got family there that I can see.
Right.
And
it's a pretty bad city though.
It's not the best.
It's not the best city.
Probably. OKC. OKC is bad. Yo, the hotel we stay in is garbage too.
Yeah, the hotel we stay in.
It's like an art museum.
And it's really weird.
Mad weird.
Really creepy.
Remember when I was, I think last time we were there, I went down to get some food. It was like probably 3 a.m., something like that. I just had my food taking a minute to get there. And
Why are you still up at 3 a.m.? You probably had a game next day.
We had gotten in late. I think it was like a back-to-back or something like that. And so I get downstairs in the elevator, walk out. And like, I don't know if you remember, they have like a bunch of like stuff right outside the elevator. Right, There's like a dude they have like a dude on TV. He was just staring at me. That joint kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah. Or they put those flamingo things in the elevator. You ever been when they did that?
Oh no, I don't know what you talking about.
Nah, yeah, they put like some flamingo things in the elevator. It was, I don't know, it was weird. That's a city that I still don't understand. What do you have a pregame routine? Like, what do you do pregame that you have to do before every game? Like something that you pregame ritual. Except for listening to Meek Mill.
Meek is I do like to listen to Meek Mill. I think I like probably take like a pregame dookie every game.
You do what?
Take like a pregame dookie.
Oh, you gotta take a dookie before the games.
Yeah, I think it kind of like just clears the system, lets you get like a system reset. You feel me?
Yeah, I remember T. Ross telling me before one of the games we were getting ready to like do the huddle before we ran out. He was like, anyone that takes a dookie right before the game is foul.
It was it's not like right before the game.
Now we caught you though.
I mean, if you want, it's more than an hour before, but
But now we caught you.
I mean, that's cool. Whatever you want to say. If T. Ross is like a father figure to you, you could just admit it to me right
now. Oh, that's funny. How difficult is it to guard Steph? I guarded him a lot that game. I ain't gonna lie.
I got to guard him a solid amount, and dang, Draymond be sending some elite screens. Oh my God.
He definitely does.
That is so. Nah. It's like, yo,
Draymond Green is the most legal setting screen person in the league.
There's a few dudes like that.
Yeah,
there's a few dudes like that. But
Steph just runs around so much.
He just is a constant movement. I mean, but then it's not just him. Clay is like that. Jordan Poole started to become like that.
Yeah,
that trio right there is very lethal.
I think we need to get like that then.
I mean, that's what we talked about earlier. Learn how to move it out the ball. I think that's what we've been working on a lot as of late.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think when the point, because we got a lot of dudes who can handle the basketball on the team, it's gonna be all right. Cool. We know you can handle it, but what can you do off the ball? Because then if you can't move off the ball, like you can't play those two dudes at the same time.
Right.
And so I think that's the one thing I think all of us are gonna get to a level where we're all gonna be able to do that. And then that's when it gets really fun. Yeah. That's when positionless basketball. Like you see how like goals, like they have a bunch of dudes who can go get it. Right. But because they all move it so well without the ball, like that's why they've been so effective. Like Like that's why I think like Andrew Wiggins has been less effective because he was he was All-Star this year. He was All-Star starter.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy.
It's crazy.
He was hooping. He was hooping. He was an All-Star.
He had 35. He hit like 8 threes against us. He was killing us first game. But like I'm just saying he doesn't move like how Jordan, Steph, and Clay move. Right. And so that's why it's kind of like been going away from him just because he gotta kind of. But those dudes, they move without the ball, and it's coming back to them always.
For sure. You may see your coworkers cracking open a can in your 9 a.m. stand-up meeting, but it's most likely not a beer. It's a new mountain spring water brand called Liquid Death. Why is this water called Liquid Death? Well, because it will brutally murder your thirst, and their infinitely recyclable tallboy cans are helping bring death to plastic bottles. They also donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. Wow. Such a great flavor. This flavor is called Buried Alive. First of all, the name just pops out at you. It's one of my biggest fears to ever be buried alive. So shout out to Liquid Death. That's a coincidence. But, I like the can, all silver, kind of see my reflection in it. Like I always, the kind of like I like to call it the medieval times, font. And again, just so cold, so refreshing, not like a plastic bottle that's, gets warm, room temperature. This feels still like it was in the refrigerator. You also have severed lime, the regular, the mango chainsaw, and now Buried Alive. Remember that you can get Liquid Death at all the big retailers like Amazon, Target, Albertson, Safeway, 7-Eleven, or Sprouts, and get free shipping on their crazy limited edition merch and apparel at liquiddeath.com/young. That's liquiddeath.com/young. That's fire. Taking a step, off of basketball. Who's the Cole Anthony? You've been a big name for a long time. Who's the most famous?
Why'd you have to throw that in there?
You have been. Who's the most famous?
That felt really forced. I just want to tell you that him just trying to throw that in there, so extremely forced. I think y'all put that in the script.
Who's the most famous number you have in your phone?
Probably Roy Williams.
Roy Williams. I mean, Roy Williams is famous.
He's very famous. I ain't gonna expose myself out there or nothing, but
yeah, you don't want to get caught up. I ain't trying to blow up your spot though.
Trust me, I'm not gonna get caught up. Your boy is Olus.
You be on dating apps?
I have an account on Raya.
Oh, Raya. Yeah.
I don't use it ever, but I have an account.
What is Raya? Explain that for people that don't know what Raya is.
Raya is like a celebrity dating app that you need to be approved to get on. Anyways, I got Anthony Edwards' number.
Yeah.
It's pretty famous. Ant Edwards.
You think it's hard finding a girl in Orlando?
I mean, bro, I'm like, as I said, I don't have a girl, and if I did, it'd be lit, but I don't. So
I'm saying, do you think it's hard to find a girl in Orlando?
I don't think I want to find a girl in Orlando.
Why is that?
I don't think I want to.
Elaborate on that.
I don't really think it's for me. I think I've looked and just haven't been unsuccessful. You feel me?
Is it weird going out and having girls come up to you knowing who you are at all times? Does it make you more cautious about
that? Hasn't really happened to me too much, if I'm being honest.
So now you want to lie.
I'm just keeping it a buck. I didn't see it happen to you, Tiffany. Wow. Tiffany, you heard that? Yeah, I heard it. All right, RJ be having girls come up to him.
That's crazy. How people
let's see. Let's just say Roy.
Okay.
We're not gonna throw our business out.
What was the most famous person you've DM'd?
Or I done DM'd a bunch of famous girls. Just got no reply, but you know.
Who's one that you DM'd and you were like, I just hope to God she replies, and never replied? Or you DM'd and like you didn't think was gonna reply and did reply?
Well, that one's never happened, but
they just don't reply to you.
Don't reply. I like DM Chantel Jeffries, was hoping for a response. This was years ago though, right, but like not no more. I ain't on that. I don't know. I feel like most people just. I don't feel like women are like even like we don't really respond to DMs like that. Like and I think it's the same thing on the other side. So like I probably I used to DM Iggy Azalea, was hoping to God she replied. I used to have the biggest.
Oh my God, I used to
have the biggest plan. Like if I was like a top 5 pick in the draft, I was going to publicly be like, yo, Iggy Azalea, yo, what's up? what's up? You know what I mean? Iggy Azalea. Yeah, but
I did too.
This is like all in high school. Though.
Right? Yeah, no, mine was in high school. Mine was Ariana Grande and Zendaya. I used to DM them. I used to dead DM them probably every day.
Someone told me that you like DM the Catch Me Outside girl.
Never ever in my life. What is even her name?
It's Danielle Bergoli.
How do you know that?
Because I'm very hip on like the modern events of today.
What would you say in the DM?
Someone else told me I heard there's someone else that you DM, bro.
Who?
I'm just lying.
I know you are. What would you say in the DMs when you would DM them? Like Iggy Azalea, what'd you say to her?
I was like, hey girl, what's up? I was like, come mess with me.
Come mess with me?
No. Let's see.
What's the best opening DM line for like even a girl to get your attention, or for like that?
One I've used that just didn't work. I was like, I have a couple. So there was one that was like, hey, he told me I should DM you.
Who is he?
God.
Hey, they would say, who is he? And then you would say God.
And then another one, I don't know if you say, it's like, I put like a dog emoji in there and they're like, oops, sorry about that, man. My boy just be running off sometimes, but what's up with you though? That's a pretty good one. You feel me? Do I have any else? And then like, you know, if it's like a elite joint, like, hey, next time you're in such and such, dinner in Orlando on me. Or dinner in
right, something like something respectful.
I haven't really used that though.
Yeah,
but like the first two, I definitely. I'm like, I feel like, bro, like, I feel like I didn't see like a meme, and I was like, yo, I dare relate to this. It's like, yo, like you can't like be sending like just the hard eyes and stuff like this to girls in their DMs because like they get that from everyone. You got to be like. You gotta like be out there. Like I saw ones like, "Hey, like let me get you pregnant," like something like that.
Oh,
it's just like
okay.
you gotta throw something out there that's gonna grab their attention. I haven't used that.
Even if you don't want to get the girl pregnant, you could say, "Hey, let me get you pregnant."
Like
they'd be like, "Huh?"
You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That like
they would get in tricky. No, this is a topic I want to get on. What is like the golden rule for like an athlete when they go to a girl's page? Like what amount of likes do you throw on the girl's page?
I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I don't like to throw likes on girls' page because that's so federal.
That's like it's super federal.
I look at that as I look at that as like telling on yourself. Like if anything, right. Like I mean, like I don't know. Like
some guys use like the 3 rule. Like I'm on like 3 in a row, and the girls like.
Nah, usually back. It's like I just because I mean I used to be in the game like this. You feel me? Back when I was a youngin', I'd like it's like game. Nah, I'm an old head now. You feel me? 22 at this point, so you know I'm on some grown man type ish. But yo, can I curse? I want some grown man shit, you feel me? You had to throw that out there. But you know, it used to be like, all right, 1 like, she likes it back, cool. 2 likes, she likes it back, awesome. Then you could go for a 3 like thing, or you could dive straight to DMs at that point. That's like, you feel me? But like this day and age, yeah, I don't know. It's just like with TikTok culture and all that, girls be so ready to just expose dudes. Like it's just like I don't. it'd be taking a lot of motivation away from dudes like trying to hit you up. Also, just like as I've said, like Instagram, like it's not really like real life no more. Like people like like
you can literally buy your life.
You can DM a joint like, but like most of the time, like this day and age, they're not gonna respond. Like you gotta a lot of times you like just catch girls in person. You got to catch a girl in person. Yeah, that's when when it's game time. It's a lot different catching a girl in person than catching a girl on Instagram. You feel me? What
do you think a tip is for a girl to date an NBA player? Like, how would you approach it?
Don't date a dude who done dated 7 of y'all. Like, if you're an Instagram model.
Yeah, the IG models.
And then you got NBA players who got like 6 baby moms and stuff like that. Like, don't go after that. Come after a young, God-loving child like myself. You feel me?
You're basically
never been in a real relationship.
I mean, you're
eligible.
Yeah,
finna make some money in my day and age at some point. You feel me?
Right. You're on this podcast. Who do you want to shoot your shot at right now? You have the voice.
I'm not about to sit out here and incriminate myself and make myself look dumb. Throwing a girl out there when I know I'm not about to get a response. You feel me?
You can't even think like that though.
But like my thing is like, bro, like just in this day and age, man, you feel me? Like that's the reality of the situation.
Right.
Let me just look on Instagram real quick. Maybe let me just make sure I just cross all my T's and dot my I's.
Yeah, make sure you do that. But while you do that, what's the worst and best purchase you've made in your NBA career?
All my jewelry. I regret all of it. I don't, but like I do.
You're into watches though.
Watches I don't regret.
No, I'm saying, but you're into watches.
I am.
Like, talk about that. Like how you got into watches, or how?
I mean, that's nothing crazy. I have a few watches. I don't want to. Don't want to just keep buying without doing my research.
Right.
And like just from what I've seen, watches they do a great job of holding value, and then they also the value increases too. Like they appreciate.
Jewelry does a horrible job at that.
Jewelry does not appreciate the same way that like watches do.
Right.
And just it's a certain, just especially like with Rolex. And then there's the Holy Cross, the Holy Trio, the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, whatever. Watches like it's Patek Philippe. I think it's Audemars Piguet.
Audemars Piguet.
And then I forgot the last one. It's dang, I forgot. But just stuff like that. They do a great job of just maintaining value. And so you don't want to have too many materialistic things. Like just you want to have some liquidity, but you also want to have some stuff that you feel me? Oh, you're making me sound educated on this podcast. I mean, only did about 6 months in college, so I feel pretty smart right
now. I know. Who do you sit with on the plane? What's your favorite plane memory? And like, how is the NBA plane for people who don't know?
Y'all really want to know my favorite plane memory, RJ?
Not that one. We can't talk about that one on here.
Oh, I mean, I sit next to Chuma. Chuma be getting me tight. Because he just be eating the nastiest concoctions he could think of. Like, I done seen him eat like Go-Gurt or something. Not Go-Gurt, like Go-Gurt and like meat mix or something like that. Like he just be eating some nasty stuff. I'm trying to tell him like, yo, you get that nasty stuff away from me.
Most of the time you're most of the time sleep.
I do be
right before the plane takes off. You might be up talking to us, but once the plane takes off, you're pretty much asleep.
Yeah, man.
Except we play music really loud.
Yeah, I be trying to have my AirPods in.
I play A Boogie,
and I can't hear.
He'll be like, "Yo,
I can't hear my music."
You'll be like, "Yo, who played this?" And it'll be me, and you'd be like, "Yes."
I'll be like, yes. Looking to be like, "Man, I can't. I don't want to say that word. Just on here, it's not good for the brand." But let's see. And then favorite memory. This is probably last year. I'm not gonna throw no names out there, but someone took someone's phone on our team last year. During the season, and they're like passing his phone around.
Oh snap!
They almost ended up fighting.
Yeah, no, they really kind of did. They wrestled.
Homie's shirt got ripped.
Yeah, homie's shirt got ripped. It was.
Not that I'm playing on our team anymore, but it was really hilarious.
No, that
shout out to my two guys.
What would you say your role in the team group chat is? Like we all kind of have like a role, like person that says stuff first in the group chat, person that never responds. Like, I
be trying to say stuff. Dudes just don't respond to me in the group chat. So I don't like to text in the group chat no more.
Dudes don't respond to you, dog?
No.
I respond to you.
Sometimes. No, I ain't gonna lie. The last time I said something in the group chat, I asked like, yo, anybody trying to come to this thing? And no one responds. So I call him and then he wants to give me a response.
That's just really kind of sometimes I don't be on my phone like that.
Word?
I'm really never on
So why'd you pick up on the first ring?
You're right. I definitely did ignore your
shit messed up, y'all. Y'all see, these people be calling themselves your brothers. They don't treat you like a brother though. Was not understood as stood, but it's already. Dang, I said that wrong. Never mind.
Yo,
I said that wrong. I said that wrong.
Yeah, UNC education is insane.
1 second, I'm gonna pull up the quote. This is what I meant to say. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I think I know what you meant to say.
No. You don't understand. I'm gonna say it. What's understood doesn't have to be explained, but I don't think they understand.
Was that just sitting on your phone?
That's deep right there.
Was that just sitting on your phone?
That's deep. Not RJ obviously does not follow me on Instagram, so he couldn't see that I posted that on my page. That quote.
I do follow you on Instagram. I can go look right now.
Go check. It's on my page. My last post.
Oh, yeah.
Read it out to the camera real quick.
What's understood does not have to be explained, but I don't think they understand. As far as dating, how that kind of stuff goes, obviously we're NBA players. How is it when you meet a girl and you like know she knows how much money you make, or like know she knows you're in the NBA?
Well, that's giving me heavy gold digger vibes. I can't even really take that girl seriously off rip. Like if that's how you know me, like I don't want nothing to do with you. I never been in a relationship. Well, I was in a small high school relationship. I don't really count that. It wasn't serious. Like it was like on some like we just hanging out. Like I've actually been in a relationship.
Why not?
I'm not like RJ who's currently cuffed. Let me just say that. But
what do you say to a girl when she asks you like, what do you do? Like, well, what do you do?
I'll be like, no, I play basketball. And if she wants to inquire further, I'll give the information. But I personally don't like to just throw that information out there.
Yeah, no, that's me too. Even when I meet anybody, like they're like, oh, what do you do? I just say I play basketball.
Like my name's Cole. Like I don't even like to say my last name because that might spark. But like I don't like that being. I'm obviously that's what I'm realistically that's most amount of times what I'm known for is because it's what I do. It's what I love to do. And let me not say I don't mind. Like I don't like not being like or being known for that. But like, if we're just like on a like some meeting each other basis, like I just want to like, if you want to get to know me, like we can talk. Like we don't got to talk basketball. Like, it don't always have to be that.
For sure. And then also you do have a brand, CYI Soon. Talk about that, how it came up. Like, I wish we had brains behind it.
Wish we had Bryce here because it was Bryce who made this to the company. This is him. I am now a minority owner. I got to put that information out there.
Right.
He is the majority still. I don't plan on taking that majority away from him because look, he spent a lot of time helping build that brand up, building that brand up. And I've helped a little bit too. Obviously, I don't think he would have let me even come on board if I didn't try to help the platform. But it's a motivational brand. The CY stands for count yourself in, and the Soon stands for something out of nothing. And RJ, you have some of the clothes.
Yeah, I think everybody really on the team has a lot of.
Yeah, pretty much everybody on the team has some of like we sweatsuits, like athletic wear, like nothing too crazy. Like I'm pretty sure that Bryce has been working on making some women's athletic wear and stuff like that. And the brand's just like motivational use. Like I don't know if you have the app downloaded, RJ.
The what?
Do you have the app downloaded?
No, I need to get the app.
So just do that right now. So on the app, like it's pretty cool. Like we do like motivational stories, like people who like just I can't remember one story off the top of my head, but like it's just stories on dudes who kind of come from like a place where they kind of just not a lot was expected out of them, and you just kind of like made something out of nothing. So the stories like on the app, we have workout plans, people who just kind of you can do at home workouts, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know this.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that, and then obviously you can buy the clothes and stuff on the app too. So the app is actually really dope, and a lot more stuff coming with that. And shout out to my man Bryce Council, my manager, cousin, family, brother, whatever you want to call it.
Speaking on you being a minority owner and then Bryce being the majority, what did you do with your first NBA paycheck? That was something you spent.
My first NBA, I got a Tesla.
You got a
Model
Tesla.
X.
You had that last year?
I did.
You did have that last year. Yeah,
I gave it to my mom though, so it's currently actually in the Hamptons in New York.
Gotcha.
I got to help her find a charger for that, so she can like charge it at the house.
Right. So was that a car you always wanted while you were?
Honestly, Mo made me want to get that car. I came to Orlando like my first couple of days. He had that car. I was like, yo, this is fire. I did want one.
Yeah, you wanted one.
And I got one.
Nah, yeah. What kind of car you have now?
I have two cars. I have a Mercedes. I got the S580.
Okay.
S-Class, S580, the 2021. And then I have another Mercedes. It's a GT63, which I'm currently about to be looking to sell. If anyone wants to buy that car, it's pretty nice. Matte black, race car, vroom, vroom. You know how that go.
Right. What do you think your next big purchase you'll make?
I don't know if I'll be making any big purchases soon. I'm kind of just trying to save my money up. I don't like to live through a contract I don't have yet or something like that. I kind of just live by the money I have now. So just kind of trying to save, invest, all that, all that good stuff.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to save my money. I ain't making no other big purchase for a minute.
Yeah, no. I mean, when I sell the car, I'll probably end up buying another car.
Right.
But I mean, I'll be money that is just from that car that I use.
You were into crypto this year, weren't you?
Not really, honestly. I was rocking with like a Ethereum a little bit. I wasn't really too big.
What happened to your wallet? Speak on that. What happened to your wallet?
Man, this is
it's a crazy story.
Yeah, man. Just want to let y'all all know first. If you're into crypto and all that, NFTs, all that. I was into NFTs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were big into NFTs.
Pretty much all on the Ethereum part. Didn't really do Solana. And so, yeah, my wallet got hacked. I probably had like $60,000 to $80,000 worth of NFTs and stuff in there, and it got hacked. I remember one night
practice, you were sick.
I was sick because like I just woke up in the morning, like all the money was gone. Like NFTs have been like I checked my OpenSea, all my NFTs was gone.
I'd have cried.
I was sick, and so I just immediately after that got a Ledger Nano, and so that's where I keep all my current NFTs. But that was crazy. I remember like being in the gym. They had taken most of my stuff. I had like $800 left. I refreshed it, and the $800 went to about 30 cents, and I was just like, damn.
But how did they hack you? Did you have like the two-factor authentication thingy on?
It wasn't like a two-factor authentication thing. It was like, so they I think it was a fake so the OpenSea is like the platform you can buy like NFTs and stuff on.
Right.
And I think it was like somehow they got like a fake link, and I clicked the fake link because I was trying to buy something. I clicked like a fake link, and I don't know, it looked exactly like OpenSea though. So yeah, man, get a hardware wallet. It'll protect you from all that. Immediately put your NFTs in the hardware wallet.
So you have that now.
Yeah,
you have that now.
I keep that thing on me.
Okay.
I'm talking about the hardware wallet.
Yeah, no, for sure.
RJ, what's a dream date for you in Orlando? Like, have you taken Tiffany on her in your dream date yet?
Nah. I do dates, maybe, sometimes. But a dream?
Are you like an excursion type of guy?
Well, I don't even know what that means. I ain't gonna
like an excursion? Like an excursion, man. Like let's say like we go to Disney World or something. That's like a little excursion.
Oh yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, I definitely go to Disney World, Universal,
but not like just me and you. I don't look at you. I don't look at you that way.
Nah,
like you and like your
for sure. Would you do that for a girl?
I take her to like I take her to like Animal Kingdom. Like I'm a huge fan of animals. I love animals. I have 2 pet lizards. For y'all who don't know that. And,
you do have to have pet lizards. Elaborate on your pet lizards and how did you even like think of wanting to get them?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like I honestly don't know. I think it might have started from me just watching like YouTube videos like animals and stuff, and I found this guy's page. I think his page is like Clint's Reptiles or something like
Every
that.
teammate comes over to your house and never wants to touch them, and you always force everybody to touch them.
Yeah, because y'all stop being yeeks. Stop being scary. You know, like they cool animals, and they're like pretty, like they're like a pretty good size too. Like when I take the lizards out, people aren't like, oh, like that's cute. It's like, oh, like one like this big, and then this I got 2 of them. So yeah, I don't know how I ended up getting them, but like they're easy pets. Like if I don't want to deal with them, I just leave them in their cage. If I want to play with them, I can take them out their cage. And you don't gotta feed them every day. They're perfect for like just kind of our lifestyle. Like because we travel a lot.
Right.
So
you want a dog? Would you ever get a dog?
I had a dog. I had a dog.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did have a dog.
My son Legend, man, we don't have Legend anymore. We gave him away just because he was a high energy dog. He was a mini Schnauzer. Why I got a mini Schnauzer, I don't know. I was at the gym one day. I don't know if you know that story. I don't know if he knows the story, but I was at the gym when they talking to Markel and Kristen, and they was talking about how they love dogs. And I was like, you know what? I think I want a dog. So that morning,
Markel's full dogs are wild, by the way. They're humans.
Haven't seen them yet,
They're
but
humans.
I got to see those. But yeah, and so literally leave the gym, try to find a breeder, found a breeder, go in, find a nice dog, get that dog, had the dog within like a couple hours of saying I wanted a dog, and then got all the supplies and stuff. But it was a mini Schnauzer, super high energy, just kind of couldn't keep up with his lifestyle. So I couldn't
keep up with his lifestyle.
Yeah, his lifestyle is a little too high energy for me. I like to take naps. Yeah, I like to chill.
He always trying to play.
Yeah, he always trying to jump on me. I'm like, come here, lay down in this bed, man. Yeah, just chill out. You feel me? And so yeah, but I actually think I might get another dog end of the summer or something like that. Some like a guard dog or something like that. You have any pets, RJ?
You said what?
Do you have any pets?
Nah, I don't got no pets. I got my little brother, but that's about it. I'll be watching him. He a wild animal.
Respect.
But would you not let any of your teammates watch your pets? Like who's a teammate that you would not let watch your lizards or keep up with them? I thought you would say Chuma.
Chuma too. He might try to sell him for like money or something. I don't know.
Chuma got to be the cheapest teammate I've ever had.
Chuma's a different type of animal. Chuma's favorite quote is, "If it ain't free, it ain't me."
Yeah, anywhere we go, Chuma is not going unless he does not have to pay any money. All right, Cole, I appreciate you coming on the Young Person Basketball Podcast.
That's what this is called?
Yeah.
We might got to work on that. The Young Person Basketball Podcast?
It's supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Is it like abbreviated like YP?
Nah, but it's like, why is it called that? And then that's when people like jump into like, why is this podcast called the Young Person Basketball Podcast? It's a really weird name, but it's probably kind of intriguing. Because you jumped to the conclusion, like, that's what it's called? Like, if I'd have said, yo, it's
I don't think I did all that.
I mean, you definitely asked a question. What if it was just, all right, y'all, welcome to RJ Hampton's podcast. You would have just let it go. But
I would have respected it.
It got you intrigued.
I don't think intrigued is the word I'd use.
Then what would you use?
Disintrigued. Unintrigued. Just throw some.
All right, we might work on the young person basketball podcast, but for now, Cole, appreciate you coming through.
RJ Hampton, was
talking
to
me.
Give me a handshake, my good man. You got a Barack Obama.
Hey, yo, I'm out. I'm done with this.